Back to work on the island. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Stardew Valley. I'm your host, as always, the 12th Kind. In the last episode, we got to the island. We've been preparing some seeds or preparing some fruits to become seeds. I do want to plant this mango sapling. Where would be a good place for you? I think, honestly, right there would be good. Got some worms. What the heck? Got some oh my god, 3 golden coconuts. What? Well, okay then. Oh my god. Good God. Okay. We have enough strawberry seeds. We can get those planted now. I'm using seed makers to start our new farming empire. Because we will be able to constantly sell stuff that even that will be out of season effectively, which means we will make lots of money all the goddamn time, and I think that's beautiful. Anyways, we do still need to clear up the farm. A fucking geode, okay. So we're working on that. More geodes. There's just this farm is like covered in stuff. It's like day one of a new save file, right? It's covered in stuff. We got to get it all cleared. We've got mixed seeds out the butt. It's frankly crazy. It's a lot of work. Also, if you hear weird banging, I don't think you will, because my mic is surprisingly good for a $25 microphone. But it is like super windy right now, because it's just like the world is basically coming to an end. It's going to be really cold here in a couple of days. Places are experiencing snow that should not be experiencing snow in the south. It's not a great time. I'm pretty convinced that my people were made for the mountains, but unfortunately, we have not lived in the mountains for so long that now I am weak to the cold, and I hate it so goddamn much. I feel like I've been cheated out of a fun mountain life. Anyways, aside from that, I've been doing well. I'm trying to get a bunch of videos recorded today, just because work starts up next week, and I'm going to be like super busy, like 4 days of the week, and then it's like I get effectively 2.5 days to do YouTube stuff, because I'm max hours at both jobs. Now, hopefully, I don't know if it's if it was like, okay, so I do need to address the last batch of episodes that come out, right? I had edited them all on my iPad, and for some reason, it was just, they were being weird, right? So what I ended up having to do was re-edit them all in Final Cut on my Mac, and honestly, it kind of frustrated me because edited them all, and I was like, yeah, this is great. Got stuff edited on the iPad for once, but then there was a weird sync issue, and I re-edited all of them on my computer, and I still had the weird commentary sync issue. I think what might have happened was I was recording that. I recorded those videos towards the tail end of the semester, and I was like dying of exhaustion, more or less. Um, and so when I tried to do the like countdown syncing that I had started doing, it was just a miserable time. Um, who knows? I've started to do a hybrid of my two syncing techniques, which is either reading off the time code on the capture card, or like going in the menus and going like, what's a better menu? Like going like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, that kind of thing. Especially if the menu makes noise. Like it's really great for games on like the Wii, for example. The Wii or the Wii U, where you have a very loud home menu that you could use for your for your sync point, essentially, when you're reading off the menus. On PC, it's a little iffy because some games might have loud menus, some might not. And so you kind of have to make the best of a shit situation. You might have to count off a time code, which is actually what I would do for the longest time. It's interesting, just like what all I had to like try to do to like synchronize videos and all that back in the day. Let's see, what is this? Grows faster playing in your body of water. Yeah, let's plant these, actually. Let's have a few squares of these. Oh, it was some sort of motorcycle. I was like, what was that? But yeah, anyways. Yeah, it's just been an interesting ride. I think I'm going to chalk up that last batch to just being, like, exhausted and having, honestly, a very, basically almost no vitamin D in my system at all. I definitely made my doctor very concerned for my health, because a healthy, for those of you who don't know, you get vitamin D from like three main sources: specific foods, supplements, or most importantly, and also the easiest, through the sun. Humans are basically plants. A way to think about it. Now, ideally, your vitamin D level should be within the ballpark of 30 to 100 nanograms per milliliter, right? So my parents and I, for a touch of context, we all live relatively similar lives. We work, in enclosed spaces with little to no like direct sunlight from like windows or anything, because we work in effectively what you could describe as a closet. And so, we all had like the same symptoms of like fatigue and just weird health issues and all that stuff. So uh, my mom gets tested first, and she had like her vitamin D levels, I think, were about 8 nanograms per milliliter, which not great. Um, and then she was like, okay, and then got my dad to go get an appointment. His was like 12, better, and it made sense. Because in order to go from like building to building at the college he and I work at, you have to go outside, So he's getting some sunlight. And then there's me. I work in the evenings and in the mornings. And in the mornings, where I work feels like a closet, right? And so, because of those conditions that I work in, and then when I'm not working, I'm at home. I'm in my office. I usually try to keep the window open, or my blinds open in the office. But also, I spend quite a bit of time in my bedroom, where I keep the windows closed because sometimes I just want a dark place to sit. Well, apparently, my almost hermit lifestyle has meant that my vitamin D levels were the lowest out of everyone in the household. At a mere, it wasn't even 4. It was less than 4 nanograms per milliliter, which is dangerously low, turns out. And I was living on the edge of life. And of course, my mom, being a mom, is like, "See, isn't it glad that I had you go to the doctor to get your vitamin D levels checked?" Da 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 da. And yes, okay, I will give her that. I will never say it out loud because I don't want to deal with a boosted ego from her. But yes, it is good. I am on supplements now. I'm on like the max dose of 50,000 international units per week. And it's going to take me like 12 weeks to recover, which is wild. But yeah, so that's been my life. Really, really bad health issues, effectively. And so, already I was like, I kind of want to, get my health a little under control before I, get into, before I start HRT. And now I'm like, well, shit, now I have to get my vitamin D levels under control. So now, so I can make sure that, I am at a particular degree of healthiness, so I can, it, I can live through it, essentially. I won't utterly destroy myself. Because the thing is, and this is from my own research, verify it yourself. From what I've learned, your body will accept any hormones you give it. It's wild, honestly. You give it hormones, and it's like, oh, hormones, I'll just use this, and then that. But apparently, depending on like the dosage or whatever, doctors have like some level of concern that it might impact your kidneys, and so you have to get a lot of blood work done. And so hearing about like, oh, there my health would have to be monitored. I'm like, my doctors would probably want me at peak health anyways. Um, Also, I just realized I never put anything in the shipping container, so we just went straight into the next day. Fantastic. I love that for me. That is going to be it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I think for year 3, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to record the episodes in like an hour-long block, like podcast style. But yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and hit the bell to receive notifications. And if you're able, consider supporting me on Patreon or Ko-fi. Links below. Thank you for your support.